Last week, we got some big industrial news. Oshkosh, which makes equipment for vehicles of construction, defense, local governments, all kinds of other really niche vehicles that I like, is snapping up JBT Corporation's AeroTech unit. That's a major player in aviation ground support gear, gate equipment, and services for commercial airlines, airports, air freight carriers, and the military. I like this deal, as Oshkosh could use a little jolt. While the stock had a nice run-up late last year after we spoke to the CEO in August, it only topped out at 106 in early February before plunging to 72 in mid-May. It didn't make a lot of sense to me that it did that, but it did. It's now back to 83. That's still way down from its recent high. So can this $800 million aerospace acquisition do the trick? Well, Oshkosh has already seen its stock jump more than 12% since the deal was announced. You typically don't see that kind of rally in the acquirer unless it's an incredibly attractive transaction. Don't take it from me, though. Let's check in with John Pfeifer. He's the president and CEO of Oshkosh Corp. Learn more about the AeroTech deal and the future of the business. Mr. Pfeifer, welcome back to Mad Money.
Hey, hi, Jim. Thanks for having me on a Friday afternoon.
Of course, John. We're always ready for you. Now, once again, I think you've come up with an acquisition, a division. Nobody really seems to compete against it. I tried to find the competitors against the company you bought. I don't see any. So that must have the ultimate moat for the Oshkosh shareholders.
Yeah, you know, we really like this acquisition. We've been working on this for a little while. Probably 3 or 4 years we've been interested in it. And what this does for us is our sweet spot is designing and developing and applying technology, electrification, autonomous functionality to purpose-built vehicles. And that's what these are. We participate in airports today with our JLG brand that's on the tarmac everywhere, with airport rescue and firefighting vehicles. And we've seen this as an opportunity to expand into other purpose-built vehicles at the airport. And we're very, very happy about this acquisition.
Now, on your website these days, you've been saying that you actually use a lot of AI, a lot of machine learning. Tell us where that fits in, because I know that you suffuse a lot of the different different business lines you have with AI.
Yeah, we do. We use it all the time at JLG. We use it in our defense vehicles. And when we look at the airport markets, we like these markets because where we can apply autonomous functionality will really help both the operator that's using the equipment, who's doing really tough work, making it more intuitive and easier to use. But it also helps the customer, the airlines and the airports. They want to load cargo and get planes in and out as fast as they can. They want people on and off the aircraft quickly. People that are on airplanes want to get on and off quickly. And autonomous functionality allows us to get those vehicles more precise, more easy to use, so that from the time an airplane gets to the gate until the time it's leaving again, it's more efficient, it's faster, and we think that's what customers really want.
So, John, when I went to hear NVIDIA talk recently, of course, the Oracle of AI is Jensen Huang, he was saying that one of the things that's going to happen is there are a lot of devices, a lot of machines that are on wheels that will be run by robotically and not by people, and that's going to save a lot of time and money because there's just not enough people around to do these jobs. Is that the case with Oshkosh?
Absolutely. In some of our segments, it's absolutely the case. And we see that happening already. You know, right now, we've already removed people from the refuse collection environment by taking the vehicle and you put a driver in and they can operate the entire functionality of the vehicle without somebody on the back. I think that we'll continue to see the driver get more productive. So in one shift, they can cover a lot more stops than with every year that goes by. And ultimately, I think you'll see some applications, you know, we compete in over a dozen end markets. You'll see some applications go completely autonomous. I think that airport ground service vehicles are probably no different from that. The continuous evolution of autonomous functionality and AI will allow better productivity that ultimately can go completely unmanned.
Yeah, I think it's going to be, that's what we have to have unless we start having a lot more people, which we're not. Now, approximately $25 billion of the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act was earmarked for funding airport growth and maintenance. Right. Can you apply for that? How does it work? How can you tap into some of that money?
Well, you know, I'm not really sure at this point, but I will tell you, I think that's a good thing. Of course, it's always a good thing. We benefited from that with our postal contract, but what we really like about the airport marketplace is, A, it's right in the middle of our sweet spot of what we know how to do, but this industry is growing. When you listen to the CEOs of the airlines, when you listen to FedEx and some of the cargo carriers, they need to expand capacity. Airports around the country and around the world are adding terminals, renovating terminals. You can't add capacity and add a terminal without adding our equipment. So we like the growth, the secular growth of this industry over time, not only in North America, but around the world. We see this continuing to grow. And one of the other primary reasons we really like this segment.
Oh, you should. Travel's the loans still growing and strong part of our economy right now. Now, I do want to ask you, how's the electric fire truck business doing?
Oh, it's phenomenal. We continue to build some of the early units. We've got customers that are really excited about these vehicles. As you remember, we had one out on Wall Street, and you and I were last met. This is a phenomenal product, but it's not just municipal fire. It's now happening in refuse and recycling collection. Our engineers picked me up at 7:15 on Tuesday morning and took me for a ride in one of our first fully electric, zero-emission, purpose-built recycling and refuse collection vehicles, and it was awesome. I mean, not only is it fully electric and zero emission, but we purpose-built it for the operator for the first time ever to help them be more intuitive, more productive, easier to use, safer. It's really going to be a fantastic product, and our customers absolutely love it.
Well, I got to hand it to you. You are where a lot of people aren't. Your stuff's the strongest and the toughest and the smartest. And, I like your stock very much. John Pfeifer is the president and CEO of Oshkosh Corp. Real good acquisition. Great to see you, sir.
Thank you, Jim. Great to be with you.
All right. Mad Money's back after the break.
Coming up, what's in your mind, Cramerica?